check, check. everyone. Very pleasant good evening. We've got the girls on tap tonight as the Lady Cards will face the Lady Trojans of Wendell. Pretty good little Wendell crowd that has filed in and have made the trip. That is a tight over to the other side of the state. So it comes into tonight's ball game with a 2-6 record. We have wins over American Falls, and the last outing was against Salem Hills, Utah, down in the Desert Hills tournament down in St. Louis. So nice win for Coach Browning and Lady Cards. Their losses have come to Riley, Parma, Melba, Grace, Desert Hills, Utah, and Box Elder, Utah. Of course, Desert Hills, the host school down in St. George for the tournament. Box Elder is down the road in Brigham City. So Wendell is at Soda tonight. Then Saturday, the girls will head on out to Declo to face the Lady Hornets. And then Tuesday, December 16th, Lady Cards will be at American Falls. Then Wednesday, the following day, December 17th, it'll be Westside. Lady Pirates will be here in Soda. And then Friday, December 19th, the Lady Cards will be up in Ryrie to face the Lady Bulldog. Then we'll have the Christmas break. And then Saturday, January 3rd, Lady Cards will be at Marsh Valley to face the Lady Divas. In the conference, Molat enters the conference undefeated. Lady Dragons 7-0 on the season. Declo is 3-4. Wendell is 3-5. Westside is 3-5. Aberdeen is 2-4. And Soda is 2-6. Lady Trojans come into tonight's game with a win over Shoshone, 49-16. They lost to Murtaugh, 35-32. They beat Gooding, the Senators, in overtime, 58-56. They lost to Philo, 40-35. Lost to the Lady Archers, Ambrose, 36-30. They defeated Garden Valley 50-28. They lost to Cary 34-30 and lost to Gooding, so they split with the Senators. Lost 51-46. Just a minute away from opening tip-off of the junior varsity game. Games tonight. Twin will be at Hillcrest. West J will be at Butte County. Marsh Valley will be at Buell. And Beverly, the Lady Bears will be at Molat. Ready to go with the cards. Come out ready to Osmer it'll be Helen. It'll be the jumping. She'll jump against Taylor Huskins. About the same height. Huskins is a big kid. We're ready to go. Tap is in the air, controlled by Wendell. Comes into the back court. Wendell in navy blue with gold. Ball goes over to Dave. The three-point shot is up and off the rim. Shot was up high. Pattern number 4. out of the matrix. Little corner off the varsity from the JV. Wendell ball. Comes in. Straight away over to Lamb. Three-point shot no good. Right into the basket. No box off by Soda. And Taylor Huskinson puts the ball in. Franson drops it in the high post to Holly Osborne. Goes over. Shot is up by Franson. Comes off and Taylor Huskinson down with the rebound. Ball comes up to Davis. Shot it over to Osborne with the rebound. Allie Osborne. Coons drives in, trying to leave it inside to Richardson. The ball was knocked out of bounds. I believe it was Blake Lamb that knocked the ball out for the junior Trojans. Osborne clearing down the ball. The cards. Ball comes in. Richardson shoots and scores. Lorelei Richardson ties the score at 2. Looking for some help. Bounce pass. Goes to Matrix. Shot up. No good. Richardson a wise one. Just let it go out of bounds. We almost want to say Matrix. But it might even be Maddox. That's what I'm going to say. I'll need to ask somebody. M-A-T-T-I-X. Good. It's on the side. Puts the ball on the floor. Stand. Got the ball. Along the baseline. Right into the basket. Gay Sims and Matt Grunny go out. And check on Brindley Coons. Richardson. So the trainer taking a look at it. Oh, she's good. 2 to 2. A minute and a half gone in the first quarter. She is not very big. She's like a man. And it wouldn't take much of a ball to put her on the floor. Looks like Richardson is checking her left knee. We're so fortunate here in Soda. I'm pregnant such a great doctors, dentists. Can't put a lot of weight on that left leg, and now it's almost like an ankle. Maybe they can taper up. I see that done a lot. Your left ankle instead of knee. My ligaments in an ankle. And when I went to the doctor, my doctor said, you would have been better if you would have broken. Osborne dumps the ball into Richardson, taken away by Maddox. Ball up the floor, and the Trojans move away. Pass intended for Conway. Goes out of bounds. So has the ball 94 feet away. And down the ball will be Coda Gibson. Ball goes over to Natalie Franson. Drives on Maddox. Goes to the corner inside Richardson. Shoots and scores. That's 4 points. So we're going to lose. Now we got a blocking foul. I think that's going to be a reach on the first foul of the evening for either team. Davis stands on the ball for the Trojans. Bounce pass comes in. Collected by Glenn. Pass comes up. Little hook shot is laid up short by Davis. Rebound down to Soda. Ransom in the kicks it back outside to Gibson. Gibson outside on the right angle, man defense, right. Osborne down in the low block to Osborne, and Allie Osborne scores. And I think she's going to count it, yes indeed. And she's going to go to the free throw. She was fouled by Davis. Reach on there. Check myself. Ball comes on the angle. It's a wing. To the wing to Huskinson. Back up top. Ball stolen away by Franson. Franson down the left side. Brings it up and in. What a beautiful steal by Vanderlei Franson. And it is 8-2. Ball comes up the floor to Tomlin. Tomlin drives in with the right hand. No good. Rebound down. Gibson. Gibson will walk it in the court up top between the circles. Gets it from Osborne. Gibson, a three-point shot off the right wing. Goes to Osborne. Shot by Allie Osborne. Allie is a freshman. Allie is a sophomore. Underneath the Huskinson, back outside to Maddox. Straight away, hard drive, and only one-hander by Davis, and she was fouled. That was a goal against Allie Osborne. Would be Brianne Davis. Checking in for Soto will be Taylor Peterson. Checking out will be Allie Osborne. 3-point lead for the junior Crimes. Shot on the way, and that was short off the front rim, but I think it got laid by and Wendell was into the lane too quickly. All the way into Gibson. Gibson will bring it into the floor. To the right side. Almost in Peterboard's hands. Good job of hanging on to it. Inside to Richardson. Shot up. A couple of shots. Won't drop. She probably should have used the glass. Into the fourth quarter. Down the right side. Davis puts a shot up no good. And Osborne. Allie Osborne down with the rebound. Branson into the fourth quarter. Almost has it taken away. Gets it to Peterboard. Peterboard outside between the circles. Leaves it for Gibson. Gibson straight away. Left angle. Here's Franson. Franson drives. Puts up a one-hander. Richardson is going to tie it up. I believe that's Maddox. Richardson and Allie Osborne, they have a really good fight. Checking in for Xander. Richardson puts a shot up, and the man got her over the back. Shot up by Richardson. It's good. He has 5 points.
Should get one more. I think this is my best insurance right now.
Second shot. Please. Wow. Right down to the bottom of the rim. And she has 6 points. 3:15 to go in the first. Soda up by 10. 12-2. Right side. Shot is up the floor. Branson down with the rebound. Branson lead pass to Gibson. Gibson, tough luck shot. Branson follows with the left hand. That won't go. Richardson with the rebound goes over to Gibson on the right wing. Richardson has it knocked away. Maddox will bring it into the forecourt. Lead pass to Davis on the right angle. So they're in the 2-3 zone. Goes over to Maddox. Shot from the corner. Not sure if that wasn't partially blocked. 15-foot shot. 5 feet short. That one is good. Checking in. So Richardson will check out. Allen Osborne will check in.
Before we move the ball.
Davis Ferguson comes from the upper block and takes the rebound down to the car. Green circle, left angle. Gibson inside the sand. Xander has a shot blocked by Davis. Maddox into the full court. Over the head of Blakely Land. And the ball will be over to Soda. 2:15 to go in the first. Driving to the baseline, leans in, puts it up on our feet. She brings a foul against Tomlin. Shot is up by Keely. And that was no good. Branson with the rebound, turns to the left hand. Couldn't get it to drop. And the rebound taken down by Clark. Bounce pass up the floor to strongly and taken away by Soda. Down the right sideline is Gibson. Good shot by France. Got it! That wasn't sure it wanted to go in. The whirled around and dropped in. 3:30 to go. This quarter ball is stolen away by Branson. Branson into the fourth floor. Top of the key. Right close. Left right elbow to Osborne. Back going out, they're going to call travel. Xander will check in and check in. 16-3, 13-point lead, minute 11 in the first quarter. Maddox in the fourth. Kick it back to Davis. Davis bounce pass on the baseline. Shot is up and runs off by Bum. 3-point shot, and that goes under the basket. And now we get on the silver. 53 seconds to go in the first. Inbound the ball to Corey Gibson. Gibson in the fourth court. Works to the left angle. Underneath, beautiful pass in, dropping it in is Ali Osborne. She has 6 points. 18-3 seconds. 73-point shot by Wendell. Osborne with the rebound to Branson. Branson, long lead pass to Gibson. Gibson put it up, and she kind of got tangled up underneath the basket. Lost control. And back the other way. Straight away is
Move ball, Twinkle.
left side. Maddox puts it up. Shot by Maddox is good. 5 seconds. 3. At the buzzer. Reinhold puts it up. No good. And at the end of the first quarter, St. Louis 5-12. Minnesota 18. And the Wendell takes 6. Again, remind you that the boys, they will be in Montpelier tomorrow.
I'd rather real name though. She might play.
I think I know. Because it's like,
Yeah, it's so lost all what you're saying for a while, bro. What?
I always kind of get
Jimmy, good. Yeah, I'll get it. That's not that straddling the line. Shot is up, that's no good. Rebound down to Osborne. Tinky into the ball game. Haley looks up a 3-point shot. That rims out no good. And you might have a foul on Haley Tinky. I really love what Tinky did. They were so aggressive. This is the first time we have seen Haley. She's a sophomore on the JV team. That's the foul in the second quarter. Making it out there. Needs some help. All the way coming in. 3-point shot on the way, that is short. The ball knocked out of bounds. And then it goes out of hands of Scott. Have to know how to go physics. Sometimes the figure these rosters up. Richardson has the ball knocked away, taken away by Huskinson. And then Plumley lost it out of bounds. Just a little away, second quarter, 1 minute gone, 18-6. Richardson too high out the glass, and Osborne lost it out of bounds.
You're about 6 minutes, 51 seconds. You can fix it.
Snow, not today. Really warm out there today. Almost a stop on that angle. Oh, take it away by Tingy. Tingy down the right side of the paint, puts a shot up. No good. Blocked by Soda. Reaching down to Osborne. Kicks it outside to Gibson. High post to Elias. Inside Richardson. Turns to see 2 scores. That is 8 points for Orly Richardson. Up from the regular good. Richardson down with the rebound. We got a whistle to travel. Davis has got a cool first name. Wendell ball on the baseline, and we got a foul. Huskinson put it up. Davis runs the rebound down. Davis, a three-point shot, no good. And rebound down to Wendell. And Richardson lost the handle on it, but Tingy comes up with it. Haley into the front court, on top between the circles. Running closely by Davis, left wing to Osborne. Hallie Osborne over the head of Adler. And then it goes out of bounds. Right through the wicket. He's kind of turned around. He went right through her hands and out of bounds. He will pick up Davis over the right side to the corner. Shot up, that's a three-point shot, then Wendell. Then they threw it away. They got the rebound, but then they threw it right to Gibson. Wow, they let that go. They could have called that either way. Richardson about 17 feet. Tingy falls down. And she's going to get tied up. No, they're going to call the foul against Wendell. Would make a great running back on the football team. She is that tough. Richardson checks out. Xander checks in. Comes in the back door to Taylor Tingle. Tingle between the circles. Works the left angle. Inside, Osborne, a left-handed hook shot off the left side, no good. Reaching in, Gibson just about took it away, coming up with it is Swanley. Swanley into the fourth court. Right angle, Tingy skips away. Tingy drives into the fourth court. Tingy will leave it for Osborne. Deep shot by Osborne, caroms off. And run down by Twombly. Twombly drives over, Gibson scores, and she was fouled. Sierra Twombly, nice drive. She'll get to the free throw line for an old-fashioned free-throw play.
Never heard the song, so why are you suggesting?
Rebound comes down. One lead pass, let's do it right to Davis. Into the fourth. Here's Davis. Davis looking at his team. He leaves it outside. Slowly inside to Huskinson. Crossword Davis on the right wing. Drives to the baseline. Gets it outside to Nieves. On the left wing, they look at the stop. By Peterson. Straight away, Davis, three-point shot, caroms off, but the rebound comes down to Twombly. Now the reset the shot clock. Shot up, three-point shot, another rebound for the Trojans. And that time the rebound comes down to Osborne. Gibson, right at the free throw line, over to Tingy. Oh, what a move by Tingy. She drives in and scores. Wow, she just dusted the defender over here on this left side. And Peter was it steals. Hasn't quite got control of it yet. Stolen right back by Davis. Davis goes down, lays it up, and drops it in. And Davis, just a freshman for the Lady Trojans. TV will walk it up 22-10. It was a 12-point lead at halftime. That's where we are now. TV on the left angle. Looking inside has Gibson. Middle of the paint. Puts up a one-hander. No good. And Scott down with the rebound. Twombly, Davis, Huskinson. That missed everything. Peterbilt down with the rebound for Soda. Timeout. Billy K. Sims. It's good to see her coaching. Been at the scoring table. I got a lot of years. And she's putting her work in now as the junior varsity head coach. Some varsity running is assisted by Coach Parker. Still a 12-point lead. I think the varsity should be fairly evenly matched. I don't know who's had the stronger competition. Wendell actually played a few 2A teams and then like North Carolina, they lost to some of those small schools and split with Goody. And they beat Garden Valley. Osborne down to Richardson in the low block. Shoots. Richardson goes in, ties it. Nice play by Richardson. She missed her shot. And then Wendell a little flat-footed on the board. Richardson just goes in and ties them up. Xander puts a shot up off the right side. No good. Gibson puts it up and she was fouled. Gibson. Taylor Peterbilt, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She'll step up and get 2 more. That foul was on Taylor Peterbilt down the line, shot up. Round popped out. So get 1 more. Allie Osborne checks in for Xander. And makes a step over the line here. Reanimated foul. We wave off the shot. Peterbilt actually hit it. Another guard step up the line. There's a steal by Peterbilt. Lead pass to Tingy. Tingy down the right side takes it in. Shot was blocked. Out of bounds, a little bit with the silk. That was Andrew Scott down there for the Trojans. Ball comes outside to Osborne. Allie gets to Peterbilt to Haley Tingley. Right post to Osborne. Bounce pass into Richardson. Richardson trying to shoot. Got a rebound and drilled it. 5-footer. That's 10 points for the Richardson. 14-point lead. Scott down to the ball. Back to Scott on the right angle. So in the zone. And shot pulled up. Richardson down with the rebound. Leave it for Kingy to Osborne. Howie Osborne with the shot. That's no good. And Nieves down with the rebound, and great defense by Taylor Peterborough causes the turnover. And got a quick table. Peterborough really tough defense. Peterborough to inbound. Comes into Richardson. Richardson is fouled. That should go against Rick Vaughn. That would be the third. Has 10 points. 2-1. That one too hard off the back of the iron. She's going to be really tall, like Isaac. Maybe. Rebound comes down, and Osborne going to tie it up as he ties it up. Nieves. Timeout? No. Ultimate possession goes to Wendell. Gibson checks in for Alabama. Bounce pass to Tinky. Tinky drive. Davis. Comes into Austin. Drops it into Tinky. Tinky in the low block. I've seen a lot of that this year. I'm not sure I saw that. Up to Davis. Rolls past Richardson. Pulls up inside the free-throw line. Pop down. Richardson with the rebound. We'll leave it for Taylor Tingley. Tingley between the circles. 20 seconds. Three-point shot by Tingley. Drilled it. Wow, splash! 5 points for Taylor. Shot clock is off. Scott into the floor. Davis underneath the Huskinson, and she was fouled. Fouled with 3.8 seconds. It's going to go against Peter. Her first. That's what you do. That's a smart play. Huskinson, big hit. She was all running under the basket off the left side. And wanted to deny the basket, pulling out the free throw line. That's right. She is 0 for 3. So, and she get one more. 3.8 seconds to go in the half. Shot. That's good. 27 to 11, 16-point lead. Shoot it, Taylor. Half court shot is up. No good. Stop to the left. If she could have lined that up, that probably would have maintained. Nice arm strength by Taylor King. Right off the last 27 to 11. It is halftime here in the junior varsity game. see. Hang with me. Minnesota. Lighting up the world from the free throw line. For the Lady Trojans, the JV team, 2 points for Taylor Huskinson on the 2-point basket. As you get 1 for 4 from the free throw line. 3 points for Brandon Davis, he had a 2, and there's 1 for 4 from the free throw line. 2 points for Skeeler Twanger, hit a 2, and there's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Scott and Davis and Gordon all got into the ball game and did not score. Lady Trojans hit on 2 of 9 from the free throw line, committed 7 personal fouls. For Southern, Danielle Franson with 5 points, hit a 3 and a 2. Lorelei Richardson was 10 points in the first half. On 4 twos, she was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points for Ellie Osborne. She had 3 twos, was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Peter Ward, 1 point on 1 of 4 from the free throw line. And Taylor Tingley with 5 points. She had 3 and 2. Queens, along with Callie Osborne, Corey Gibson, and Carly Zander all played and did not score. Soga, 3 of 11 from the free throw line, committed 6 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soga led it by 12. It was the Soga Junior Varsity 18. Wendell University 6. Then in the second quarter, Soda put up 9 points, outscoring Wendell by 4. As the junior Trojans only managed 5 points in that second quarter. Here at halftime, it is 27 to 11. Games tomorrow is to be the night once again. Not a big schedule tonight. Twin is at Hillcrest up in Idaho Falls. West J Panthers out in Butte County facing Pirates. Marsh Valley Eagles will face Buell, face the Indians, and Bear Lake. This is the best game. Bear Lake, the Bears down to Moab to face the Lady Dragons, who are undefeated, 7-0. Tomorrow, Grace is at New Plymouth, Mackey is at Sanford, Declo is at Aberdeen, Madison's at Canyon Ridge, Bear Lake is at Ford, Preston is at Hokie, Highland at Rigby, Shelley at Skyline, Moss Valley at South Fremont, Sugar at Teton, and Bonneville will be at Thunder Ridge. Boys 1-1 on the season. They will be in Montpelier tomorrow, facing theirs. So boys will be at Bear Lake. That's tomorrow. And then next Friday, December 19th, Good West Day team. They'll be up facing Panthers in Torrington. And that is a week from tomorrow. And then on Monday, December 22nd, the Bears will be here in summer. Then we'll have Christmas. And then what a hike for Coach Fisher. And the Cards, they're going to go to Salmon. That's way out there. And that'll be Saturday, January 3rd. Let's take a look at some football. And I'm looking at bowl games, and I got dizzy. Of course, BYU, they didn't make the playoffs, so they'll be in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. The names, these things are crazy. If you got 20 bucks, you can have your own bowl game too. And the Cougars will face number 22, Georgia Tech, the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech. And that'll be the Pop-Tarts Bowl at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. And that is December 27th at 1:30. Basketball, Cougs are 8-1. Oh, what a game. The other night against Clemson. Wow, you don't like basketball if you didn't like that game. That one was amazing. BYU was down 22 points, and they went scoreless for 7 straight minutes in the first half. Come back and won it at the buzzer on a 3-point shot. They were tied 64-64, and BYU won at 67-64. They've got a bunch of undersized schools, I guess. UC Riverside will be in Provo the 13th. Pacific, the Tigers, will be in Provo on the 16th. Abilene Christian will be in Provo on the 19th. Eastern Washington will be in Provo on Monday, December 22nd. Then it'll be the Christmas break, and then Kansas State. Cougars will travel out to Manhattan, Kansas. Boise State football, they are 9-4. They will face Washington at SoFi Stadium. That'll be Saturday. That can't be right. That's going to be December 13th. It's going to be this Saturday. I put down the 3rd. No, I think we're past that. So it'll be Boise against the Huskies. Basketball, the Broncos are 7-3. They beat Duchesne the other night, 86-64. St. Mary's will be in Idaho Falls. They'll play this at the Mountain America Center. And that'll be at 4 o'clock on Sunday, this Sunday. The Gales of St. Mary's, very good, always good. And then the Broncos on December 20th will they'll travel to Nevada. They'll face the Wolfpack in Reno. And then the Lobos of New Mexico will be at Extra Mile Arena in Boise on December 20th. Utah State, they'll be in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. They'll face Washington State at Albertson Stadium. That is Monday, December 22nd. Basketball, just one loss. They're 8-1. And they'll face Illinois State at the Delta Center on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Soda Ball to begin the third quarter, 27-11, Cardinals. As Franson gets a pick from Osborne, goes down in the corner. Richardson turns, shoots, and scores right where she left off. She's a lefty, and she put it in off the right side. Still by Osborne. Up to Franson. Franson, top of the key. Richardson laid it short. Got her own rebound and dropped it in. That is 14 points for Laura Lee Richardson. Lead pass comes down the floor to Lamb. She'll kick it back outside. And shot up from the side, no good. Richardson down with the rebound, off to Franson. Franson into the fourth court, low blocks. Osborne missed a chippy, and they're going to call a foul on Franson. Yes, they are. And Dana Lee will pick up her second. Almost had a jump ball, and they called a reach in. 31-11, a 20-point lead for Soto. Into the fourth quarter is Maddox. Between the circles over to Davis on the left ankle. In the corner to Huskinson. Davis a three-point shot. Splat. Nice shot. And that was just off the top of the key, off the left angle. Franson into the fourth quarter. Has the ball taken away. Taken away by Wakely Lamb. Lead pass comes down and right back at you. As Maddox goes in and scores, she has 5 points. 31-16. Gibson into the fourth court to the right angle to Hallie Osborne. Osborne will bring it back up top with a left-hand dribble to Gibson on the left angle. Back to Franson. Franson leans in, short off the rim, downed with the rebound. Well, it's got to find another varsity player. And that would be Borges. Shot up by Huskinson. Good to box off position by Borges, who just checked in. 3-point shot. Get in! Wow, there's some unanswered points. Maddox, his second 3-pointer, and it's 31-19. Back to a 12-point lead. Goes over to the right angle to Hallie Osborne. Give and go to Gibson, and that's taken away. Back the other way, it'll be Borges. Borges, right wing, back to Borges on the right angle. 3-point shot was blocked, but the rebound comes down to Borges, and then I think Wendell just threw it away. Jenica Borges. Ball comes into Franson. 31-19, coming down to 5 minutes. That's a bad pass intended for Hallie Osborne. And that was picked off. Davis comes back up top. Left side to Huskinson. 18-footer, no good. Osborne with the rebound. Needs some help. Puts it on the floor. Gets it up to Franson. Franson into the fourth court. 3-point shot by Franson. Too hard off the glass. And Jenica Borges down with the rebound. Ball almost knocked out of bounds, and it was saved, but saved right to Soda. Franson into the fourth court, drives in off the left side, puts it up. Gibson, they're going to call a jump ball. Not so sure. Gibson's looking for some clothespins on her left arm. 31-19, 4:29. That means they were hanging on her. Did you catch that? There's a pass knocked out of the air by Richardson, taken by Hallie Osborne to Franson. Between the circles, right elbow to Hallie Osborne, and the pass is taken away. We'll get it to Borges. The lead pass comes down. 3-point shot is up, no good. Huskinson with the got an offensive rebound. Richardson collects the missed shot. Franson into the fourth court, gets a pick from Osborne, works to the left wing. Gibson into Richardson, and Cardinals need to crispen up their passes. Driving, and that's probably a reaching foul on Franson. That would be for, wait a minute, they called that against Gibson. And that's her first. And that will put Jenica Bogus at the free throw line. She can bring Wendell as close as the Trojans have been. free throw. Oh, tough luck shot. Dancing on the rim and popped off. Peter Borg will check in for Gibson. Second shot on the way. That one's good. She tickles the playing with the second one, and it's an 11-point lead as Franson into the fourth court and has the ball knocked away. She got it back. High post, left elbow to Osborne, to Richardson. Ball taken away. Davis back the other way. She'll get it off to Twombly. 3-point shot by Davis goes out of bounds. And I think that was actually off from Soda. Timeout, Billy K. Sims. But the fact that Wendell tried to save that from going out of bounds, then they were the last ones to touch it. Checking in will be Scott, I think. At least she looked like she was checking in. The Soda had a 16-point lead, I want to say. Might have been 18. And then all of a sudden, Trojans battle back. Soda ball, 94 feet away. It'll be Peter Borg. Inbound the ball to Franson. Franson will bring it into the fourth court, works to the left wing, pulls up, drops it into Richardson, turns, shoots, battles for her own rebound, and I think she got fouled. And I think the foul's going to go against Brianne Davis. That's her third. Xander will check in for Ellie Osborne. Soda ball underneath her own basket. Goes into Franson, left wing. Franson, crossover dribble, drives, 10-footer, got it. That is 7 points for Dana Lee. Franson into the fourth court is Borges. 3-point shot straight away, splash. And that's Maddox, and that's her third 3-point shot, and it's a 10-point game. Franson works to the left angle, drops it into Richardson. Nice pass. Laura Lee missed a chippy off the left side. Franson leans in off the glass. That's no good. Rebound came down to Twombly. Comes up to Maddox. To Davis on the right wing. Underneath. Huskinson is fouled by Xander. Wow, they can cut the lead to 8. And that's as close as they've been as is forever. I think I thought that was Xander. I haven't posted that yet. Yeah, get your fingers correct. Yeah, it is again Xander, and that's her second on Carly. At the line, Huskinson. Ball is short off the front of the rim. Huskinson will get one more. Second one, that's no good, but Wendell down with the rebound. Goes into the right corner, another 3-point shot by Maddox. And Richardson down with the rebound. Ball is dropped into Richardson. Shot is up by Franson, no good. Soda with the rebound. Osborne puts it up. That's no good. And back the other way is Borges. Borges up the floor to Twombly. Twombly to Borges, back to Twombly, straight away. Richardson covers, Franson knocks it away, and Richardson picks it up, back to Franson. Franson from the low block or mid block puts a shot up, that's no good. Ball is going to go into the forecourt. Ball goes to Twomley. 3-point shot is actually saved by Maddox, but saved right to Soda. Franson back the other way, drives in, puts up left-handed shot, and I think Wendell got a piece of that one. Checking in is going to be Gibson and Allie Osborne. Allie's 5'9"-ish at least. Comes into Hallie missed the layup, got her own rebound, put it up again, and the ball taken away by Borges. Franson just about got the pick, got it over to Davis. 35 seconds, 3-point shot by Maddox. She has 3 of them. Gibson, 25 seconds. Gibson has the ball taken away. It'll be Maddox. Back outside to Twomley, 18 seconds. Davis, straight away. Davis now on the angle from Twomley. Ball knocked out of bounds, and I think that went off of Borges. So with 10.1 seconds, Soda ball, we're in the third quarter. Comes into Gibson. Gibson has the pass knocked out of the air. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ooh, that's a walk. And they're not going to get the shot away. And Wendell has closed it a little bit. At the end of 3, it is 33 to 23. The Wendell put up 12 points in that quarter. Soda just 6. So we got 1 quarter to go. I think I told you Utah State has got Illinois State in the Delta Center on Saturday. That's at 3 o'clock. And if you want to head on down to Salt Lake, then they'll have the Colorado State Rams at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan on Saturday, December 20th. Utah ended up 10-2 football, and they will play Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, or just Huskers, in the Las Vegas Bowl, New Year's Eve at 1:30. Basketball, they are 7-3, and they've got Mississippi State Bulldogs in the Delta Center. Osborne drops it into Richardson. Richardson turns, shoots, missed everything. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Wendell. Just underway in the final quarter, Soda up by 10. Along the baseline. Ooh, what a nice pass. Oh, tough look shot by Allie Osborne. The rebound is going to be collected by Scott. Get it over to Davis. Davis into the forecourt. Shot up by Twomley. And Allie Osborne down with the rebound. Off to Tingy. Tingy into the forecourt. Tingy between the circles, left side to Hallie Osborne. Drops it into Allie on the left elbow of the high post. Bounce pass. Richardson turns, shoots, and Tingy had it knocked out of her hands. I'm not sure Taylor wasn't the last one to touch that. That's a Wendell, folks, that kind of thinks that too. Ball comes into Taylor. Taylor brings it back up top. And Richardson in the paint, long time. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Scott. Trojans can close this to 8. Davis went off her foot, but they're going to say Hallie Osborne touched it. That was a smart play by Hallie. She went out of bounds, hoping the ref would give her the ball. tricky. Goes to the right wing. That's going to be a bump by Kaylee Tingy. Right 25, the official says. Wendell will have it straight across from us on the side. Run a little mixer. Ball comes across and Tingy with the steal. Oh, big bump there by Nieves. That's got to be a foul. I like this one, ref. You have to think a minute which fingers he puts up. Yeah, I got you. 31 comes into Tingy. 6:40 to go in the ball game. 33-23. Soto with the lead. Tingy on the angle, threw it away, and Nieves comes up with it for Wendell. Nieves up the floor to Davis. Tingy, quick hands. It comes back to Davis, over to the right angle to Nieves, and stolen away from Nieves. Peterborg, Nieves steals it right back. It's Davis into the forecourt. Davis pulls up, three-point shot on the way, Karam's off. Richardson high for the rebound. And Laura Lee will leave it for Haley Tingy. Tingy will lock it up with 5:55 to go in the ballgame. Tingy drives to the baseline, thinks he's going to get a bump by Sierra Twombly. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. That gets a big smile out of Tingy. She had one of those "you can't be serious" foul smiles. Davis, nice crossover dribble, goes down to Huskinson. Low blocks, comes back outside, shot is up, Karam's off. Peterborg takes it away from Nieves on the rebound, gets it to Tingy. Tingy into the forecourt, shadowed by Twombly. Twombly knocks it away from Tingy, and I think they're going to get Twombly for reaching in. It's the second foul in the quarter. That'd be the third foul on Twombly. Peterborg checks out. Gibson will check in. Checking in for the Trojans will be Wakely Lamb. Gonna get a timeout. And I'm thinking Wendell called the timeout. So I think we got Utah versus Nebraska, New Year's Eve in the afternoon. 1:30. Basketball 7-3. Win over Cal Baptist 91-85. A little closer than it probably should have been. And they've got the Mississippi State Bulldogs Saturday at 8 p.m. in the Delta Center. Idaho football, they ended up 4-8. They lost to Idaho State, and that was in Moscow. 37-16. Basketball, the Vandals are 6-4. Went out to South Bend to face Notre Dame, and that was 80-65. They've got Evergreen State in Moscow on Sunday. This Sunday, where is Evergreen State? Well, that's right, kind of by Puget Sound, Olympia, Washington. Isn't Olympia the capital? I think it is. Don't know much about Washington. Idaho State football ended up 6-6. Ball will come into Tingy, 23-33. Soto with a 10-point lead. High post, and I think Osborne was fouled from behind by Angie Scott. That is the third foul, team foul, against the Trojans. Drop the ball into Osborne, puts up left-handed shot, no good. Down with the rebound, Angie Scott. She gets it off to Lamb. Lamb down the right sideline, Tingy and Scott, and I think Tingy knocked it off from Scott. I think Tingy needs some Well, she's got knee pads. I was going to say thicker knee pads. They kind of warm like that. And she's all over the floor. Need to put dust mop on her knees. That would help. The rebound comes down to Plumley. Ball goes to Lamb. Down in the corner to Nieves. Low blocks. Scott. Huskinson. No shot. They call it a 2. And it's an 8-point lead, 33-25. Tingy will walk it into the fourth quarter. Trojans have kind of dominated the second half. Bounce pass at a high post. Give and go. Knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say Tingy was the last one to touch it. Checking in, Osborne, Gibson. So we got both Osborns, Richardson, Gibson, and Tingy. There's a steal by Richardson. Richardson into the fourth. Oh, she walked. Yeah, she did. Picked up the pivot foot when she tried to put on the brakes. 33-25, 4 minutes to go in the game. Wow. Davis just walked around Richardson. Ball goes out of bounds. Soda ball 94 feet away. We just got a happy birthday post from my cousin Sharon Bolo. Lives up in Blackfoot. Timeout. Soda. Yeah, it was yesterday. Thanks, Sharon. Her husband, Mornell, and I are actually what you call double cousins. His dad and my dad are brothers, and his mom and my mom are sisters. Double cousins. Mornell, that's kind of a different name. He actually went to Grace, was a quarterback for Grace. Good one, too. Then he went on down to Dixie, not Utah Tech, it was Dixie. Played there for a couple of years, and then he went out to New York, big, actually, rocket scientist. And he settled in Blackfoot. I like Blackfoot. Lived in Blackfoot for just a little bit. The thing I liked about Blackfoot is it has everything you need, including a Walmart, Wendy's, McDonald's. And if it doesn't have it, you're halfway between either Idaho Falls or Pokey. And I was the area supervisor for Taco Bell. Blackfoot was perfect. Tingy will work it into the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game. Tingy drives. Whoa, what a nice pass, and Osborne couldn't finish it. Ball goes out of bounds, but they say it went off from Soda. 3:34. Soda needs to play some defense here. Soda hasn't scored in this fourth quarter. Davis up the sideline. Ooh, that's a walk right there. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off from Bonowitz. Bonowitz gets her first minutes. Oh, that's definitely a technical foul. She has a yellow shoe and a blue shoe. Of course, that is Wendell's colors. Richardson from behind the line. Foul line that rattled around, popped out. Wendell ball with 3:11 to go. Soda up by 8. Full court pressure. Ball will come into Bonowitz. She's double teamed and timeout. Coach Leanne Singleton. two coaches, Leanne Singleton and Anna Scott for the JV team. And I think she called timeout just to save that possession. Smart timeout. Wendell making this one interesting. Let's see, we're looking at Idaho State basketball. They are 6-5. They lost to Utah Valley.
Just a reminder, if you're feeling
I don't
hungry,
know
some
if that was
Doritos
down in
are
Orem
served. Nachos are
or
fresh,
in
and there are some
Pocatello.
yummy fresh cookies as well.
That was
So don't be sad if you're
73-69.
hungry.
They've got Montana Western in Pocatello, leads them on Thursday the 18th. That's at 7 p.m. Then you'll have UC Davis in Pocatello. That'll also be in Reed Gym. That'll be Sunday, December 21st. I'll try to get into the bowl games a little bit, but maybe not. They are so weird. There's 42 of them. Just threw it over the head of Angie Scott. So Wendell, who could have closed it to 6, threw the ball away. Soda ball, no pressure. Now Twombly will come up and challenge Tingy. Midcourt to the forecourt, gets a pick from Richardson. Back to Hallie Osborne, right elbow. Tingy, 18-footer, got it. Blast. Drilled it just inside the arc. Davis back the other way. Gibson challenges her underneath. Huskinson gets it back outside to Bonowitz. And nice save by Wendell. And Tingy's going to tie up Bonowitz. Arrow points to Wendell. Checking in will be Kale Nieves to inbound the ball for the Trojans. Sierra Twombly comes in. Davis straight away working against Tingy. And a man comes across the top. Shot is up. Karam's off. Oh, she was out of bounds. Nieves. And I guess all is well. Scott was standing out of bounds. Grounded as she knocked that back in. Tingy, right angle, puts on the brakes. Richardson, about an 18-footer. Tingy goes in, rips it away. Ooh, that's a walk. Nope, we're going to call a foul. Got a break there. I think they might say she was shooting. And that is going to go against Scott. That's her third. That's going to put Allie Osborne at the free throw line. She has 6 points, but hasn't scored since the first quarter. She's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Puts it up and banks off. Allie is a freshman. Nice looking freshman, really tall. She'll get one more. Shot up, banked it in. An 11-point lead for the Cards, 150 to go. Wow, there's a steal by Gibson to Tingy. Tingy off the left side is fouled. Taylor will go to the free throw line. She'll get a pair. And that is 5 fouls in the quarter against Wendell. That's 5 fouls on Sierra Twombly. So for the last minute 42, she'll have to grab some pine. Tells you how old I am. They don't have pine benches anymore. Nice soft chairs. Tingy for a pair. Shot up, short, off the front of the rim. It was Lamb that checked in for Slomley. Second shot, no good. But Richardson with the rebound, has it blocked. Osborne puts it up, no good. Tingy puts it up, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Soda ball with 1:36. I'm not sure that didn't go off from White. Ball comes into Osborne to Tingy. Tingy, left wing to Hallie Osborne. Tingy drives down the right side of the paint. And take your pick. That was either Davis or Nieves. And I think it's going to be Davis. That should be her fourth. And that will put Tingy back at the free throw line. She is 1 of 3 from the line. Shot is up, and she tickles the twine with the first one. Peter Borg will check in for Hallie Osborne. Peter Borg and Gibson will set up behind the free throw shooter. And Tinky got them both. She's hit her last 3 in a row after missing her first 2. Davis. Ball is knocked away by Peter Borg, but Nieves comes up with it, but she turns right into Peter Borg, who ties her up, and the alternate possession will belong to Soda. Zander off the bench for the Cards. 38-25, 13-point lead. Richardson will check out. She's going to be a good player. Ball comes to Gibson. 3-point shot off the front of the rim. Lamb with the rebound, and I think they're going to get Gibson reaching in. And on Coder, that would be her second. Just a freshman. Davis into the fourth quarter. That'll go to Nieves. Back around the arc. Lamb, bounce pass right through the legs of Scott and out of bounds. Hallie Osborne going to check in. We got 61 seconds. Tingy will check out. Probably want to save her a little bit for varsity, and yes, she will head right into the locker room. As Gibson, no hurry, walks it into the fourth quarter. Gets a pick from Peter Borg. 3-point shot by Osborne hits the rim. High for the rebound was Angie Scott. And I think we got a reach in on Soda, and it's going to be Hallie Osborne. 38-25, 13-point lead for the Soda JV. Davis into the fourth quarter. Davis to the angle, back straight away. Nieves had to take it away by Peter Borg, and then Nieves reaches back in. That should be shooting. And on Nieves, that is her second foul. And that will put Peter Borg, Taylor, will come to the free throw line. She is 1 of 4 from the line. 30.7 seconds to go in the JV game. Shot is up. Hard shot. Probably would have banked in if she would have been dead on. She get one more. Shot up. And that one's no good. I think they say she was over the line. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Wendell ball comes into Davis. 25 seconds. Davis into the fourth quarter over Nieves on the right angle. Scott turns, shoots. Gibson with the rebound. 15 seconds. Hallie Osborne into the fourth quarter. Osborne up top, shot clock is off, 9 seconds, 8, and Wendell won't challenge, 5 seconds. Soda will just dribble it out, 2, 1, and that's the ball game. Soda JV wins it, 38-25. After a big third quarter, Trojans could only manage 2 points in that final quarter. And Soda with 5
Let me add up the scoring for you. And we'll come back and get ready for the varsity game. Still adding, hang with me. Not very much time to warm up, just 10 minutes. Okay, think I got it. For the Wendell JV, yes, no, 5 points. 5 points for Taylor Huskinson on 2 twos and 1 of 5 from the free throw line. 6 points for Brianne Davis. She had a 3, a 2, and was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 2 points for Sierra Twomley. 2-point basket and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. And 10 points for Matix, or Maddox. She had 3 threes and a 2. She really come on with the 3 threes. Trojans only hit 2 of 10 from the free throw line, committed 12 personal fouls. For Soder, 7 points for Dana Lee Franson. She had a 3 and 2 twos. 14 points for Laura Lee Richardson. She had 6 twos and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Allie Osborne with 9 points. She had 3 twos and was 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Taylor Peterborg with 1 point on 1 of 6 from the free throw line. And Taylor Tingy with 7 points. She hit a 3, 2 twos, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Soda hit on 6 of 18 from the free throw line, committed 13 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 12, 18-6. Second quarter, Soda put up 9 points to 5 points for Wendell. outscoring the Trojans by 4 to make it 27-11 at halftime. Third quarter, Soda with just 6 points, as Wendell put up 12 points, outscoring Soda by 6. And at the end of 3, it was 23-33. Final quarter, Soda put up 5 points, Wendell just 2, and the final score, Soda 38, and the Wendell Junior Varsity 25. Got about 5 minutes away from start of the varsity game. Soda girls come into tonight's ball game 2-6. Their 2 wins come over American Falls, and that was here, and Salem Hills, Utah. That was down in St. George. Salem Hills is down by Payson, Utah, south end of Utah County. Their losses came by Ryrie, Parma, Melba, Grace, Desert Hills out of St. George, and Box Elder out of Brigham City. So Soda has Wendell tonight. Saturday, they'll be at Declo to face the Lady Hornets. Tuesday, the 16th, they'll be at American Falls. Then Wednesday, the 17th, will be the first conference game, and that will be the Westside Pirates here at Soda. And that's Wednesday, December 17th. And then they'll go up and face the Ryrie Bulldogs on Friday, December 19th. Then we'll have the Christmas break, and then the Lady Cards will be out in Aramo to face the Lady Eagles of Marsh Valley. In the conference, Malad is undefeated at 7-0. Declo is 3-4. Wendell is 3-5. Westside is 3-5. Aberdeen is 2-4. And Soda 2-6. Lady Trojans come in with just 2 wins. They had a win over Shoshone, and that was 49-16. They lost to Murtaugh 35-32. Well, they've got 3 wins, excuse me. They split with Gooding. First game was in overtime, 58-56. The other game with the Gooding Senators was a loss, 51-46. They lost to the Filer Wildcats, 41-35. Lost to the Ambrose Archers, 36-30. They beat Garden Valley, 50-28. And they lost to Cary, 34-30. Games going on tonight. Twin Bruins will be at Hillcrest. West J will be at Butte County to face the Pirates. Panthers and the Pirates. That's not a very far drive for the kids from Torrington. In fact, I think they can go down that back way, and it's really a lot shorter. Marsh Valley will be at Buell to face the Indians. Bear Lake. Wish I had a pinned score on this one. Lady Bears will be in Malad to face the undefeated Lady Trojans. Tomorrow, Grace will be at New Plymouth. Mackey will be at Salmon. Declo will be at Aberdeen. Madison at Canyon Ridge. Bear Lake will be at Firth. Preston will be at Pocatello. Highland, the Rams, will be up at Rigby. Shelley will be at Skyline. Morse Valley will be at South Fremont. Sugar will be at Teton, and Bonneville will be at Thunder Ridge. Tomorrow, the boys, 1-1 on the season. They will be in Montpelier, and that is tomorrow, to face the Bear Lake Bears. And then next Friday, a week from tomorrow, they'll be up in Torrington to face the West J Panthers. And then Monday, December 22nd, Bear Lake will be at Soda. This is the boys. Then the Christmas break, and then the boys will travel all the way to Salmon. I don't know how the game will turn out, but it's beautiful up there. A couple of real pretty statues. They've got a bear with a fountain grabbing at some salmon, and they got a statue of Sacagawea, and the river runs right through the middle. Just gorgeous country. Cheerleaders are ready to present the colors. So, let me stand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our matchup between the home team Soda Springs Cardinals and the visiting Wendell Trojans. As members of the Idaho High School Activities Association, we remind you that sportsmanship is an expectation, not a suggestion. Please be an example to those around you. Cheer loud, cheer proud, and cheer for your team. Tonight's featured sponsor of Cardinal Athletics is Caribou Medical Center. Thank you, Caribou Medical Center. At this time, we would like everyone to please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. The Soda Springs cheerleaders will bring honor and attention to our colors.
Now we'll have our starting lineups. First, the gals from Wendell.
Thank you. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, with the visiting team, the Wendell Trojans. Number 23, a senior, Audra Bunn.
Audra Bunn, she's a senior.
Number 2, a senior, Tyree Sears.
Tyree Sear, she's a senior.
Number 3, a senior, Brianna Egbert.
Brianne Egbert, she's a senior.
A senior, Kaylee Nieves.
Cam Viegas
A junior, Peyton Lopez.
and Peyton Lopez, a junior. Turn the lights out and we'll get the soda starters. Should be the usual suspects. Jaden Parker, Courtney Grunning, Rosie Harris. Maddie Kempe. And I'm thinking that was Anna Davis. Couldn't quite see her number. Couldn't tell if that was. I know Jeff Usosky was one of them. Not sure who that was introducing the team. Normally it's Jeff Horsley. We're ready to go. In the jump circle will be Audra Bunn, pretty tall. And she will jump against Maddie Kempe. We're ready to go. Tap comes down. Controlled by Nieves. Nieves into the fourth court to Lopez. Goes to Sears. Underneath, tough defense, stolen away by Anna Davis for the Cards. Davis into the fourth court, right angle, go to the wing to Grunning. Courtney Grunning will back it out against Nieves, gets it over to Parker, to Davis, to Rosie Harris. Straight away, Grunning, three-point shot, no good. Parker just about kept it alive, but Wendell comes down with the rebound. Egbert up the floor to Sears. Back outside, they work it. It is Lopez. Lopez on the angle. Goes over to Nieves on the wing. Egbert will leave it for Sears. Goes to Bunn. Bunn on the wing. It almost looked like a zone. I think Maddie Kempe. I think it was a man, but it sure looked like a 2-3 zone. Kempe will pick up the first foul of the night. Maddie, a senior for Soda. At the line will be Tyree Sears. Shot up and good. 1-0 Trojans. Get one more. Tyree is a senior. Shot up. Got them both. Pretty free throws. 2-0 Wendell. Anna Davis into the fourth court. Right wing drops it into Grunning along the baseline. Grunning will bring it back outside at near midcourt. Working against Lopez. Gets a pick and roll to Davis. Davis puts a shot up and she was fouled. Nice pick and roll to Anna Davis. Davis, a junior, will go to the free throw line. Won't foul. Went against Egbert. Davis misses the free throw. What is a pick and roll? Well, you're my age, you know Stockton to Malone. They made it famous. Where one will set the pick, second free throw is good, and then soon as the defender scraped off on the pick, the one that set the pick will roll towards the basket. Soda with the steal. Parker outside. Goes to Kempe. Back to Jaden to Courtney Grunning between the circles. Jaden Parker on the left angle. Backdoor. Stolen away. Rosie Harris just about picked one up there. Goes over to Nieves. Nieves near midcourt. Gets it over to Egbert. Egbert down in the corner to Lopez. And Lopez traveled. She changed pivot feet. Well, there's another technical foul. A black shoe and a pink shoe. What are you going to do? Comes into Jaden Parker. Parker against Lopez into the fourth court. Works down the right sideline. Drive to the basket. One-hander, put it up. Harris battling for it, but it's controlled by Sears. Sears into the fourth court to Egbert. Egbert drives to the baseline, lost the ball. but they're going to say it went off of Soda out of bounds. It'll be Tyree Sears, a senior, to inbound the ball for the Trojans. Straight away, shot is up. 3-point shot by Audra Bunn. Straight away. It is 5-1. Jaden Parker drives in the corner. Groning, 3-point shot. Got it. Groning answers the three. Wendell up by 1. Ball comes up to Lopez. Crossover dribble. Left wing. Ooh, that was a long shot. Another 3-point shot. Got any questions? We're going to need to tighten up on Audra Bunn. Now those 2 3-pointers that she's hit, they didn't touch anything but net. Parker in the right corner. Right wing, inside to Anna Davis. And we're going to call an offensive foul on Anna Davis. That's 2 team fouls on Soda. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Full court pressure by the Cards. And Kempy stole the ball away. And I think they got Wendell reaching back in. Probably Egbert. That would be her second. No. Sears. Soda ball out along their own baseline. It'll be Rosie Harris to inbound the ball. It comes into Groning. Groning to Parker. Parker over to Kempy on the right wing. Parker will bring it back outside. Jaden between the circles over to Anna Davis on the right angle. Davis lobs it into Courtney Groning. Groning drives on Nieves. Anna Davis, 3-point shot. Splash! Davis with 6 points. 1-point lead for Wendell. Another 3-point shot by Bunn. Rebound comes down to Nieves. Comes over to Egbert. Straight away. Back to Egbert. Another 3-point shot. No good. Soda can take the lead. Groning. Lead pass to Anna Davis. Davis to Parker on the right angle. Goes to Kempy in the corner. Back to Rosie Harris. Fakes left. Goes right. Down the right side of the paint. Back to Courtney Groning. Back to Parker. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rosie Harris across the top to Groning. Down to Anna Davis. Davis drives. Ooh, that's traveling. I'll explain that. She was, whoa, Rosie's knocked down. She was on the back of her lap, and then she picked up both feet. Shot rims out. Kempy lost the handle on it, had it. And I think they're going to get Kempy for her second foul. Yep, they do. When you're laying on the floor, I've explained this, you have to have a 3-point landing. Ellie Wood checks in, and Josie Tingley checks in. If you pick any of that up, a foot, your wallet, 3-point shot by Nieves, and Wendell down with the rebound. Comes outside to Egbert, and ball's stolen away, Tingy. And Tingy has a blue shoe and a pink shoe. I bet she's got another pair just like that. Groning lost it off her foot, but Harris picks it up. Bounce pass back to Wood. Wood on the angle, looking. Gets it back to Rosie Harris. Across the top over to Tingy. Tingy on the left angle. Back up top to Anna Davis. Get it to Courtney Groning. 8 seconds. 3-point shot. Banked it in. Groning, her second 3, has 6 points, and Soda takes a 2-point lead. Double team timeout, Cody Sears. He called timeout to save that possession because Wendell was in all kinds of trouble over there on the side. It was going to be a pick if Coach Sears hadn't to call timeout. 10-8, Soda with a 2-point lead. Soda has hit three 3-point shots. Anna Davis has one. Courtney Groning has two. Anna Davis, one of two from the free throw line. Audra Bunn has two 3-point shots for the Trojans. And Tyree Sears is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Trojan ball on the side. It'll be Lopez to inbound the ball to Nieves. Double team at midcourt, right side. Down along the baseline. Shot from the corner, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tingy ripped it away. Man, Soda comes up with it. Harris on the angle. Inside to Davis. Davis leans up and in and scores. Anna Davis with 6 points. Ooh, there's a steal. Wood going to take it in off the left side. Missed the layup, but she was fouled. Ellie will go to the free throw line. Ellie is a senior, and that foul went against Nieves. Coach Sears chatting with one of the zebras right there. Shot rims out off the rim. Parker checks in for Groning with 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Ellie Wood, one more. Shot is up. That one's good. So she's 1 of 2. 1 point for Ellie Wood. Egbert over to the left side to Lopez. Lopez on the left angle, back up top to Egbert between the circles over to Nieves. High post, Lopez. Egbert, Nieves, good job hanging on to that. Nieves drives the baseline, and what did he call him? Hit the baseline? That's what signal that he gave. I didn't see anybody along the baseline. Harris checks out, and checking in is Osborne. Parker outside. Has to be Hallie Osborne. You can see that black knee stocking on her right leg in the JV game. Oh, what a backdoor to Davis. Beautiful pass. Davis with 8 points, 15-8. Soda. High post, ball knocked away. It'll be Wendell ball underneath their own basket. Oh, man, that was a great give and go on the back door to Anna Davis. Ball comes outside, high post. They work it to Borges. Inside, and Tingy knocked it away. And Josie with quick hands. It'll be Wendell ball along their own baseline. Ball comes outside to Nieves. Deep 3-point shot. And rebound comes down to Lopez. Back to Nieves. Shortens up a 15-footer and got it. And Nieves with her first basket. Soda up by 5. 15-10. 25 seconds. Goes over to Wood. Anna Davis over to Tingy. Josie on the left angle to Hallie Osborne. Ellie Wood starts the drive, cut off, Anna Davis, and the ball's taken away. Shot clock off, 8 seconds. Nieves into the forecourt, 4 seconds. Nieves to Lopez, and they're not going to get the shot away. That was actually Sears. So at the end of 1, Soda 15, and Wendell 10. There are so many bowl games coming up. Actually, 42 bowl games. That's crazy. If you got $20, you can start your own bowl game. course, it'll be Army Navy on Saturday. And then here are some bowl games. This is Saturday, the Cricket Celebration Bowl. That'll be in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz. And it'll be South Carolina State against Prairie View A&M. That's at 10 o'clock. Then it's the Buckle Up LA Bowl, and that's at SoFi. And that'll be Boise against Washington. That should be pretty good. Then on Tuesday, Salute to Veterans Bowl, and that'll be in Montgomery, Alabama. And it'll be Troy against Jackson State. Of course, Troy, they are from Alabama. Then Wednesday, there'll be a couple, and I'll get back to them. And Soda inbounds the ball, comes in from Parker to Groning. Groning, a little lead to Wood, back to Parker, back to Groning, nice lead. Groning, three-point shot by Wood, caroms off, and Davis runs it down, trapped in the corner, gets it to Ellie Wood. Crossover dribble on the right wing, leaves it for Groning, three-point shot, caroms off, and Davis, I think they're going to get her over the back, or Tingy. You have to wait for him to post it. It's going to be Ellie Wood. Ooh, you see that. Full court pressure as the ball comes into Nieves, and a little bunny hop right there. Great defense by Ellie Wood. Ellie causes the turnover, so they'll have the ball right here in front of us. Parker gets it into the back court to Groning. Groning against Nieves into the forecourt, gets a pick from Anna Davis. Three-point shot is way short, and the ref was looking right at that. Rosie was out of bounds, and she came back in and was the first one to touch it. And we got the ball. We'll keep it. Harris. Wow, into Wood. Beautiful inbounds play, and Wood banks it in. Ball comes up the floor to Egbert. Egbert on the wing. Cross court. Works it to Sears. Three-point shot, Nieves. And Parker tries to keep the rebound alive. Ellie Wood battles Nieves for the rebound. Let's see. They called the jump. Possession would belong to Wendell. Taylor Tingy checks in. We have both Tingies. Wendell with the ball underneath their own basket. Egbert a three-point shot. And Tingy out of there. Josie with, right through Harris's hands. Courtney Groning, a little bit too much mustard on that one. Rosie had to go high. Went through her hands and out of bounds. Nieves will check out. Checking in will be Borges. Full court pressure. Comes into Borges. Up the floor, Egbert. Lopez, good passing. Ooh, should have had a layup. They got a foul. And it will be Bunn going to the free throw line. She just hit 2 3-pointers. That foul when against Ellie Wood, her second. Borges at the free throw line. 17-10. Free throw up, dances on the rim, nice soft touch, drops in. Anna Davis checks back in. Tingy will check out. Josie Tingy. Still have Taylor on the floor. Bunn, second shot, tickles the twine with the second one. She has 8 points. 5-point lead for the Cards, 17-12, 6:35 to go until half. Courtney Groning to Davis in the left corner. Davis back up top to Wood. Wood drives and lost it off her knee. Doggone it. She had a nice lane off the right side and just bounced it off her knee out of bounds. So the Trojans will have the ball. It'll be Egbert into the fourth court. Goes to the left wing. 3-point shot is up. High off the rim and wow, up over the top for the rebound. Lopez has it. Ellie, be careful. Ellie is all over Lopez And it works. Susanna Davis comes up with a steal. Up the floor to Taylor Tingy. She'll leave it for Rosie. Rosie drives right down the middle of the paint and got it. Rosie Harris right down Bloody Nose Lane and lays it up and in. Oh, they let, she missed the layup. Egbert. She had a really open lane. Ellie Wood takes it in off the right side and she is fouled by Audra Egbert. Ellie Wood, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She'll get 2 more. She has 3 points. Foul was against Egbert, her Bunn, her first. Ellie Wood, nice soft touch, drops the first one in. Kempe checks in for Harris. Bunn checks out, and Morgus checks in. Nieves set to check in. Second one, splash. Nice free throw by Ellie Wood. Parker checks in. Nieves. We could use some Nieves, especially Christmas Eve. What a beautiful day today. No Nieve today. That's for darn sure. Wow, it was so warm. It was shirt sleeve weather. Oh, what a nice shot by Sears. She has 4 points. Set up in the middle of the paint, went to the right side of the glass and banked it in. Parker outside, run a little weave to Anna Davis. Davis down the right side, lost it out of bounds, but they're going to say Wendell touched it. 21-14, 7-point lead for Soda. 5:14 to go until halftime. Parker inbounds the pass for Groning. 3-point shot is blocked by Nieves. You always want to be careful. They always say don't foul a 3-point shooter. And she went up and blocked it. Try it again. Comes outside to Groning. She'll leave it for Tingy. Tingy inside to Davis. Davis leans in, laid it up under the rim. Parker comes up with it. Cross court over to Davis and the referee comes over. I think they may be talking about the shot clock. Not sure. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Ball comes in. Goes to Groning. Pick and roll to Davis outside. Parker 3-point shot. That caroms off the heel of the basket. And Wendell with the rebound. Borges goes to Singleton. Pass is knocked away by Anna Davis and off from Wendell. Soda ball 94 feet away. Josie Tingy will check in for Taylor. Parker inbounds the ball to Davis, to Groning. Groning to the left wing, back to Anna Davis, inside to Kempe. Kempe out! Oh, shot by Kempe. How did she hit that? With a left hand, with her back turned, banked it off, way off the glass. Goes inside. Tingy blocks the shot. Parker comes up with it. Parker into the forecourt. Back to Groning. Groning straight away. Over to the left side to Anna Davis. Ooh, big hack there. Comes outside right through Parker's hands. Oh, you sit there and watch that. And Wendell missed the layup. Davis is knocked down. That goes into the back court. You got to ground that. You can't just sit there and look at it and wait for them to come and get it. Touch it and make them take it out of bounds. Too many times that turns into a layup for the other team. Up the floor, Anna Davis. Davis into the fourth court. Up top between the circles to Parker. Parker holds up top against Egbert. To the wing to Tingy, to Courtney Groning, Nieves. All over Groning. Groning isn't she fouled? The shot by Groning. The one-hander scooped it up, banked it in. Groning with the basket. That's 8 for Groning. and she was fouled by Sears. Rosie Harris will check in for Kempe. Grunning will be at the free throw line for one. Grunning with 8 points. 9 points. Full court pressure by Soda. Ball comes up to Florida. Singleton and Parker steals it away. Matt Grunning called timeout. Did he get it in time? Yes? No? And they're going to award the ball to Soda. That will help. Ref wants Dayton on the other side, right in front of the Wendell bench. Throws it into the back court to Courtney Grunning. Grunning into the forecourt, shadowed by Nieves. Grunning to Rosie Harris. And Harris walked. She does that once in a while where she just kind of shuffles her feet before she puts the ball on the floor. And Soda turns it over. Soda up by 8. 26-14, 3:20 to go. And there's a travel as Harris causes the travel against Nieves. So right back at you. Chingy checks out. Wood, or was it Kempe that checked in? Like Grunning, Kempe, Wood, Harris, and Parker. Left angle, straight away, Harris, inside Kempe, ball knocked away from Kempe, and they say that Maddie was the last one to touch it. Full court pressure by the Cards. Ball will come in. Ooh, there's a walk. Great defense by Kempe. Egbert turned around and Kempe was right in his face and wouldn't let her put the ball on the floor. DeSoto's ball on the side. Rosie Harris waits, has it, gets it in the back court to Grunning. Grunning will bring it into the forecourt. Over to Ellie Wood on the left wing. Back up top to Harris. Harris back to Wood. Give and go. That was a bad pass. Going to go into the back court. It was touched by Wendell. Oh, ball knocked away, and Nieves has an easy layup as the ball was knocked away from Wood. He needed some help. Courtney Grunning over to Parker. Parker, back door. That's not a good pass. And the ball is stolen away. Nieves into the forecourt. Nieves drives, put it up with the left hand, and she was fouled. That's Kempe. That's 3. Going to be a shooting foul. It is Kempe. So Maddie picks up her 3rd, and that'll put Nieves at the free throw line. She has 2 twos. Well, she'll get 2 free throws. That one is good. Well, she tickles the twine with the first one. Anna Davis and Josie Tingy check in for Kempe and Parker. Nieves for one more. She's a good player, really tough. Shot off the rim, and Soda. Not a very good box off. 3-point shot, Egbert. That's no good. Egbert's going to run the rebound down. Threw it back over her head to keep it from going out of bounds, but threw it right to Anna Davis. Davis under the basket from Wood, and Davis scores. Davis with 10 points. Ball goes to Sears. Back up top to Nieves to Lopez. Over to Egbert. Egbert drives a one-hander, scores. No, doggone it. Got a Trojan on the floor. And it's looking like a knee. Greg Richardson, Soda trainer, is out with Cody Sears. I'm not sure. I was thinking that was Egbert. I'm going to have to go by process of elimination. Can't see her number. Egbert Brianna is a senior. I hate to see that with anybody. I never ever had a football injury, and you think that's where you kind of get them. Never had a basketball injury, but I had one church ball. Got the ankles torn in my ankle. And it was my cousin. He undercut me. The doctor said you'd be better if you would have broke it. Yeah, I was out. A few months. Takes those ligaments a long time to heal. She's kind of holding the knee up and hoping that's not an ACL. For meniscus at Taco Bell. Does that count? Unloading a truck. Yeah, it is Egbert. They're going to help her out. Oh, she can't put any weight on that at all. Doggone it. And they're going to have to pick her up and carry her into the locker room. And I'm thinking that was a knee. Doggone it. Hate that. Jenica Borges will check in for Egbert. Oh, I hate that. Woods will take it out 94 feet away. Pressure by Wendell. Comes into Anna Davis. Davis into the forecourt with a right hand dribble against Bum. Leave it for Groning. Groning picked from Davis. Groning drives in, missed everything. And Borges down with the rebound. Long lead pass down to Lopez. Comes back outside to Borges, back to Lopez. They drop it into Bunn. Bunn turns, shoots, hit the bottom of the backboard, got her own rebound, put it up again. Soda flat-footed on the boards. Saved by Wendell, picked up outside by Lopez. Bunn in the right corner on the ankle to Lopez. Back up top to Borges straight away. Leave it for Lopez. 1 minute to go in the half. Soda up by 9. Nieves, three-point shot up by Bunn. And Harris will smartly just let that go out of bounds with 51 seconds. Parker will check in for Ellie Wood. Wendell with pressure. Tingy inbounds it to Anna Davis. Davis will walk it into the forecourt. 15 seconds difference on the time clock and the game clock. Anna Davis, an old lead, goes to Courtney. They give her a three. She got it. That is her third three-point shot. 31-19, 12-point lead for Soda. Outside Nieves. Nice save by Sears. Gets it back to Nieves. Hooks a pass to Bunn. Crossover to Lopez. Three-point shot. Rims around. Nice box off. 10 seconds. Tingy with the rebound to Groning. Groning with 5 seconds. Groning a leap and leader. One-hander off the right side of the baseline. And she drew the foul. I'm thinking they were saying... I thought they said Bunn. Yeah, her second. I'll put Courtney at the free throw line. Shot clock is off. Free throw's good. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Has 13 points here in the first half. Running for one more. Shot is up. Rims out. Sears go with the rebound, and that's the end of the first half. (32-19) Soda with the halftime lead. Give me a second. Let's see. +8. Soda, I'm thinking that's the JV out there in the nice red pants. Who did we see in pants? Oh, it was Harmon. Had some nice tearaways. Looks like Soda Girls have got some red pants with a black stripe. That's nice. Give me a second. It shouldn't take too long. I've already got Wendell done. Working on the cards. Nice first half by Groning and Anna Davis. Okay, I think I got it. For the Trojans, 8 points for Audra Bum. Hit 2 threes and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 4 points for Tyree Hill. Is there a Tyree Hill? Tyree Sears. She hit a bucket and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Brianna Egbert, 2 points. And doggone it, she went out, looked like a knee. They had to actually carry her off the floor. And 5 points for Kale Nieves on 2 twos and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Wendell hit on 5 of 6. Good free throw shooting for the Lady Trojans. Committed 6 personal fouls. For Soda, 13 points in the first half for Courtney Groning. She hit 3 threes, a 2, and was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Rosie Harris hit a bucket for 2. Maddie Kempe had a basket for 2. Anna Davis with 10 points. She had a 3, 3 twos, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Ellie Wood with 5 points. She had a 2 and was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Soda hit on 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Committed 6 personal fouls. So both teams almost dead even from the free throw line and committing fouls. They were dead even, 6 apiece. At the end of the first quarter, Soda outscored the Trojans by 5. It was 15 to 10 in the second quarter. Soda put up 17, outscoring Wendell by 8 for a 13-point lead here at halftime, 32 to 19. Once again, the boys, they will be in Montpelier tomorrow, face the Bears. I haven't really heard what the Bears have. I know what their girls have. Not sure what their boys have. But our boys, I think, are going to be pretty darn good. So Bear Lake tomorrow for the boys, just 28 miles. So just watch out for the elk. And then the next Friday, the 19th, the boys will travel up to Torrington and face the West J Panthers. And then Bear Lake will come back to Soda on Monday, the 22nd. And then it'll be Christmas. And then the boys will go all the ways to Salmon. Don't know whether they'll need their fishing poles, but they might need something to do. It's gorgeous up in there. That river just kind of running through there. Girls will be at Declo on Saturday, at American Falls on Tuesday the 16th. West Side for a conference game will be here on Wednesday, the 17th, and then the girls will travel up to Ryrie to face the Lady Bulldogs, and they'll have their Christmas break, and then they will be at Marsh Valley over in Aramo, face the Lady Eagles. Games going on tonight. Twin is at Hillcrest. West J is at Butte County. Marsh Valley is at Buell and Bear Lake. I'd like to see this one. Bear Lake at Malad. Both teams back on the floor. We've got about 4 minutes. Let me run some college for you really quickly. BYU in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Understand they're giving out toasters, Pop-Tarts, something. And that'll be in Orlando. They'll face Georgia Tech, ranked number 22. And that'll be at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. My youngest, who lives in Gainesville, said everything is 2 hours from Gainesville. He is the Registrar, is what they call it, at the University of Florida. He handles all their scholarships and grants and money and stuff like that. So that is Saturday, December 27th. And that'll be at 1:30. Basketball, the Cougs are 8-1. And if you didn't see that Clemson game in the Jimmy V Classic at Madison Square Garden, BYU was down 22. Come back to win it at the buzzer. 3-point shot, win it 67-64. They got, 4 cupcakes coming up. UC Irvine on Saturday, Pacific on Tuesday, Abilene Christian. Well, they need a break. They played some pretty tough teams. Abilene Christian Friday, December 19th, Eastern Washington. This is all at the Marriott Center in Provo. And that'll be Monday, December 22nd, then Christmas. And then they'll travel to Manhattan, Kansas to face Kansas State. Boise, they play Saturday at SoFi Stadium. That's where the Rams and Chargers play. We didn't get a time on that. Seems like it was 1:30, something like that. But that's Saturday. Basketball, the Broncos are 7-3. They beat Duquesne 86-64. And this will be fun if you, I don't know, you do things on Sunday. But this is on Sunday versus St. Mary's, the Gales. And they've always got a great basketball team. And it'll be at Mountain America Center at 4 o'clock on Sunday. And then the Broncos will go to Nevada Reno Saturday, December 20th. And then they'll have the Lobos of New Mexico at Extra Mile Arena in Boise on Tuesday, December 30th. Utah State, they'll be in the Idaho, famous Idaho, I'm dyslexic, famous Idaho Potato Bowl. And they'll face Washington State at Albertson Stadium, and that is Monday, December 22nd. Basketball, the Aggies are 8-1. They beat Charlotte 9-70. That was at Charlotte, 79-53. They were at Illinois State at the Delta Center at 3 o'clock on Saturday. And then Colorado State will be at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. Last time I was in the Spectrum was on my son's graduation there at Utah State. Merlin Olsen spoke at his graduation. That'll be Saturday, December 20th. Buzzer rings. We still got about 35 seconds. Utah 10-2 in football. They'll face Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl on December 31st. That's at 1:30. The Utes are 7-3 in basketball, and they'll face Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, at the Delta Center Saturday at 8 o'clock. Idaho basketball, they are 6-4. Lost to Notre Dame at South Bend, 80-65. Not bad for the Vandals. We are underway as the ball comes into Nieves. Nieves against Parker. Bounce pass over the right side to Lopez. Comes down, low block. Sears puts a shot up, and that might have been Grunning. She went down hard. And I'm thinking that's just Courtney's first. Or who did they call that on? Yeah, Grunning. Now at the line, shot is up and good by Sears. She has 5 points. She is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Sears, one more. Got them both. She tickles the twine with a second one. Ball comes into Grunning. Grunning will be picked up by Nieves. Goes to Parker on the right angle. To Davis to Harris on the left angle. Corner to Parker. Harris back to Parker. 3-point shot. Hits the rim. No good. Down with the rebound is Jenica Borges. Gets it to Nieves. She is the point guard. Over to Sears. Sears on the right wing. Back up top to Lopez. Goes to Nieves. Nieves with a right hand dribble down in the corner to Borges. And kicked by Anna Davis. Quick feet. Did her impression of Lionel Messi. He's an Argentine. I have a special spot for Argentines. Shot up, 3-point shot by Nieves. Caroms off and goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Soda. An 11-point lead, 32-21. 1 minute gone in the third quarter. Parker into the fourth quarter. Goes over to Anna Davis on the left angle, left wing to Parker, back to Davis, across the top to Grunning. Grunning on the right angle, in the right corner, Davis, inside Harris. Davis, 3-point shot, got it! Anna Davis, her second three, has 13 points. Nieves into the fourth court. Oh, what a nice move by Bum. Good footwork. She has 10 points. Comes into Parker. Parker, just a sophomore, goes over to Harris on the left angle, straight away to Courtney Grunning. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. We were lucky to get that back. Back door to Harris. Might have had an extra. Yeah, she did. They'll call Harris for the walk. And Wendell can tighten this up a little bit more. Oops, there's a trip. Probably Parker. But it's Kempe, that's 4. Yeah, it's Parker. That's just her first. 2 team fouls against Soda in this quarter. 2 quick ones. Full court pressure by the Cards. Ball comes into Nieves. She breaks the double team to Lopez in the fourth court. Goes to Bunn in the left corner working against Anna Davis. Lopez back door to Borges. And Davis blocked her shot. Sears puts a shot up and she was fouled. Tyrese Sears. I'll bet you 50 cents that she is head coach Cody Sears' daughter. She's perfect from the free throw line. And she is still perfect. I even said the P word and she still nailed it. That foul went against Rosie Harris, her first. Second shot, good again. She is 6 for 6 from the free throw line, has 8 points. Grunning into the fourth court, right side to Anna Davis. Back over, Grunning, 3-point shot, rims up. Davis fights for the rebound, got it. Goes to Harris. Harris turns back to Davis. 3-point shot. Got it! Her second 3-point shot. In this quarter, she has 3 on the night. Lob at a high post to Bunn. Aubrey Bunn turns on Davis. Good defense. Kick it out to Borges to Lopez. Back. Ooh, Bunn got away from Harris. Leans in and scores, and she has 12 points. She has great footwork underneath that basket. An 11-point lead for Soda as Parker lobbed into Davis, Parker, Harris, 3-point shot. Oh, rattled around, popped out. And Borges down with the rebound to Nieves. To Lopez in the corner to Bun. Back to Lopez on the left angle. Soda in a 2-3 zone. Double team along the baseline. Lopez kicks it out to Nieves. Nieves crossover dribble cut off by Parker. Back outside to Bun. Bun is the post player, but she has hit 2 threes. 8 seconds, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Borges, ooh, she won't. I think she, yeah. Yeah, I hate it when I'm right. Wood and Tingy will check in for Kempe and Parker. 38-27, 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Gronning will walk it up. She'll be picked up by Nieves. Gets a pick from Wood. Left side, Anna Davis. Gronning drives right down the right side, and she's fouled by Kel Nieves. Nieves, she is a tough player. She really is. Gronning 2 for 3 from the free throw line, has 13 points. Shot up, nice soft shot. Danced on the rim and dropped in. She'll get one more. Courtney with 14 points. Shot up, second one rims out. And Borges down with the rebound, double teamed in the back court. She's in all kinds of trouble, and now Wendell has numbers. Lopez, oh, she was fouled by Tingy. Big time. And everybody on the Wendell side has their palms up. I'm not sure I don't disagree with them. Ball comes into Gronning. Gronning into the forecourt, works to the right angle, pulls up. Anna Davis threw it behind her. And coming up with the ball is, I got to pick her up, see the JV player. Harris down the right side, raising it, oh, doggone it. Wood battled for it, couldn't get it. And stolen away, Tingy. 3-point shot, Harris off the back of the rim. Nieves down with the rebound. That is Maddox, number 4. I knew that. Lopez across the top. Maddox. 3-point shot splash. She had a few of them in the JV game. Timeout. Matt Grunning as Wendell has cut it to 9. Sophie Maddox. And she is a junior. So timeout on the floor. I mentioned the Vandals went to South Bend and lost by 15. And that's almost a win. That's a really good Notre Dame team. They have Evergreen State in Moscow on Sunday. Evergreen State, they are from Olympia, Washington, on the south side of Puget Sound. Idaho State, they ended up 6-6 in football. They are 6-5 in basketball. They lost to Utah Valley Wolverines, and I'm not sure if that was in Orem or Pocatello. They have Montana Western at Reed Gym on Thursday, December 18th. That's at 7 o'clock. Then UC Davis in Pocatello, again Reed Gym on Sunday, December 21st, and that's at 4 o'clock. Throw the ball after Matt Gronning. Time back in. Gronning into the forecourt against Nieves. Bounce pass, right through the hand of Anna Davis, and Wendell can really shorten this up. Soda's been up by 13. It's 9 right now. Nieves in the forecourt, right side to Lopez. Lopez to Sears in the right corner. Looking for Bun, can't do it. It's not Bun, not a Singleton. Lopez stops at the free throw line, gets it to Maddox. Over right side, Sears an open three off the rim. Ellie Wood high for the rebound, hauls it down. Ellie will bring it into the fourth court. Right angle, bounce pass to Harris. 2:15 to go in the third. Bronning has the shot blocked by Nieves. Covered by Davis. Ball is loose, and they're going to say Nieves kicked it. Checking in is Audra Bunn. Checking out is Lopez. Peyton Lopez. Harris to inbound the ball. Ooh, she had Wood, now she's got her. And Wood has the ball ripped away by Nieves. Wood against Nieves. Almost knocked it away. Nieves collects it in the forecourt. Sears, Maddox over the top for a 3-point. Gets the air ball from the Cardinal Crazies. Parker into the forecourt between the circles, right angle to Tangy. Bounce pass to Harris over to Wood. Wood on the left angle working against Nieves. Back to Jaden Parker. Low blocks to Harris. And Harris draws the blocking foul against Tyree Sears. And that is Sears' third personal foul. And it will be Osborne checking in for Soda. And that is Hallie Osborne. 3-point shot by Harris. And it's good. Goes across the top, Maddox. Sears with a high post, right side, and a reach in by Osborne. And that will put Sears, who is 6 for 6 from the free throw line, at the free throw line. First foul on Osborne. There's her first miss. Lopez checks in for Nieves. And they want to save her and get her all gassed up this last minute 12. So she'll be ready for the fourth quarter. Second shot is good by Sears. She is 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Parker coming down to a minute. Osborne holds up. Give and go to Harris. Back to Osborne. 3-point shot. Osborne hits the three. Soda hitting the threes tonight. Goes over to Maddox to Sears. High post. Bunn. Nice defense by Kempe. 3-point shot misses. Osborne down with a rebound. What'd they do? Call a reach in on Maddox? That would be 4 fouls. No, that's her first. Groning off the bench. Also, Kaylee Tingley will check in for Rosie Harris. Kaylee will inbound the ball in the backcourt. Shot clock and game clock pretty close. Little weave up top. Browning to Parker. 25 seconds. 20 on the shot clock. Goes to Parker. 20 seconds. Browning will back it out. 12 on the shot clock. Browning to Parker. Tingy lost it. 5 seconds. Browning pulls up. 3-point shot is off the mark. And Lopez, 2 seconds. 1 second. Not going to get a shot away. And that's the end of the third quarter. Soda hit 4 threes in that quarter. And they lead it by 13. That's what it was at halftime. At the end of 3, it is Soda 44 and Wendell 31. Once again, Lady Cards will travel out to Declan, and that is on Saturday. Boys are at Bear Lake tomorrow. 1/4 to go. Soda up by 13. Soda has hit a lot of threes tonight. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty good. Saw that Parma game the other night with the boys. That was crazy. Parma hit 12 3-point shots, and they just weren't 19.5 feet. They were 28, 27 feet. They were beyond NBA range. It's hard to defend. Gavin Hansen, 28 points for the boys. Soda with the ball to begin the final quarter, comes into Groning. Right side to Anna Davis. Davis puts the ball on the floor with the left hand. Weave, ball got away. And Groning picks it up over to Parker. Parker on the right wing, backs it out. Goes to Kempy, give and go to Parker. Parker scores. Nice give and go. And we got a jump ball. Alternate possession will belong to Wendell. 44-31. Soda. Nieves into the forecourt. Back outside. Lopez. Maddox. Lopez with the rebound. Scored. Soda a little flat-footed that time. Groning will bring it into the fourth quarter. An 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Outside to Parker. Parker straight away. Leaves to Groning. To Taylor Tingy. Give and go. Nice give and go. Tingy to Anna Davis. And Davis lays it in. Davis with 18 points. High post to Bunn. Bunn from behind the free throw line scores. Bunn with 14 points. 46-35. 6:30 to go in the game. Parker, Davis to Tingy on the angle. Taylor over to Jaden Parker, left wing, up to Groning. Groning down the right side, pulls up 18 feet, rattled around, it was down, popped back out. Nieves with the rebound. To Maddox, back to Nieves. Nieves a lob to Bunn. Bunn tried to drive on Harris, gets it over to Maddox, and good box off there, and we got a reach in, believe it was Borges against Anna Davis. Yeah, it was. First foul of the fourth quarter. Josie Tingy checks in, Rosie Harris checks in, Kempy and Parker check out. Come into Groning. Groning will walk it across the timeline, shadowed by Nieves. Bounce pass to Harris. Harris puts up the shot and she was fouled. Probably Kyrie Sears. Away from the poster. Yes, that is 4. And Rosie will go to the free throw line. Shoot 2. First trip to the line. Shot up and no good. She'll get one more. Harris has a 3 and a 2. Ellie Wood will check in for Taylor Tingy. Rosie for one more. Splash. Nice free throw. She has 6 points. Into the forecourt. Sears. Right angle. Lopez. Left side. Nieves. 3-point shot. Missed everything. Anna Davis comes down with the rebound. Gets it to Groning. Groning. Lead pass down to Ellie Wood. Right wing. Rosie Harris. Anna Davis. 3-point shot. Rims out. And the rebound comes down to Bunn. Bunn will get it to Sears. Sears into the forecourt. Right angle. to Bung, high post. Right side goes to Lopez. Lopez drives, gets it to Nieves. Nieves drives, scoops it up with one hand. Soda flat-footed on the rebound. And Jenica Borges puts the rebound in. And it's a 10-point lead. 47-37 with 5:07 to go in the ball game. Timeout. I believe that was Matt Groning that called that. A few bowl games on Saturday. In fact, there's a lot of FSB. It's the Idaho State, Weber State level. There's about 4 of those playing games. And they play that all the way in. In fact, Weber a few years ago when Jay Hill was the head coach. BYU has him now, and they are happy. He's running the defense. But they played James Madison twice for the national championship. FBS, I don't remember what letters they are. But there'll be about 4 of those games on Saturday. Then you'll have the Army-Navy game. Then there are 2 bowl games, including Boise State versus Washington. And that'll be at SoFi Stadium. It'll be kind of fun to play in that stadium. And that's one of the most expensive stadiums in the world. The Rams and the Chargers play there. Boy, if you didn't see that Monday night football game, Chargers and Eagles, that was awesome. Goes over to Grunning, like left angle, Davis to Harris, 10 on the shot clock. Harris back up top to Wood. Wood to Harris underneath. Tingy puts it up, and I think Ellie Wood is going to pick up the foul. That would be her 3rd. Yep. And Jaden Parker will check in for Josie Tingley. Osborne will check in for Anna Davis. Sort of has a deep bench. They can keep winded, shall we say. People in there, high post to Bun. They backed off her. Don't give her that shot. She missed it. Wood down with the rebound. Wood to Grunning. Grunning will bring it into the forecourt, and that's tapped out of bounds by a very quick Kelly Nieves. 47-37, 4:14 to go in the ball game. Outside, it is Grunning from Wood. Grunning will give it back to Wood. Run a little lead. Parker to Grunning. Nieves tries to step in front. Good weave. Remember the old soda teams could run that weave. 7 seconds. 6. And Grunning drew the foul. Might have been Lopez. No. Wanna be. I think Bum. Yeah. No. No. They said 31. That'd be Nieves. That'd be her 3rd. Put Grunning at the free throw line. The shot is up. Won't drop. Grunning is 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Kempy will check in for Harris. Grunning one more. Try to give Soda an 11-point lead. Courtney, shot is up, good. She's hit like every other one. Lopez into the forecourt. Knocked away by Parker. Lopez got it back. Nieves drives the baseline. And might have been Oscar. Could have been Quincy. Going back. It was Grunning. Wendell with the ball out underneath her own basket. Comes way outside. 3-point shot. Short off the rim. Knocked out of bounds as Sears was over the top of Grunning. 3:36 to go. Soda up by 11. Ball will come into Courtney Grunning. She'll be picked up by Nieves as soon as she crosses half court. Gets it to Wood to Parker. Osborne, three-point shot. That's no good. Groning couldn't catch up to it before it went out of bounds. And so with 3:22 to go, Wendell with the ball. Soda with an 11-point lead. Ball comes into Nieves. I didn't mention that's a technical foul on Nieves' purple shoes. We got a couple of kids with purple shoes. Corner, Lopez, 3 points, got it. Peyton Lopez, 5 points in this quarter. Timeout, Wendell. And it's an 8-point game. Soda up by 8, 3:05 to go in the ball game. Wendell with 9 points in this quarter. Soda with 6. Once again, I think you should have it embossed in your memory. Soda boys in Montpelier tomorrow. Good rivalry. So many rumors flying around, and I've had a couple of them dispelled. One was Bear Lake was coming back down, and my secret sources say no, that is not true. Marsh Valley is coming down to join our conference, but another one was Wendell is going up to join Buell and Filer, Goody, in that conference. Harris on the left angle, under 3 minutes. Harris will leave it for Parker. Parker to Groning, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pick and roll, Davis puts a shot up. Harris with the rebound, start the shot clock over. Davis has a shot blocked, and the rebound comes down. Who they call that on? They called that, it wasn't on Kempe, it was on their number 5, Borges. That'll be her third. Comes in the corner. Fresh shot clock. 2:20 they go in the ball game. Parker to Davis. Soda up by 8. 48-40. Davis up top to Harris, across the top to Parker. Groning swings out, takes a pass from Parker, up top between the circles. 2 minutes. High post, Kempe. 7 seconds. Harris goes Parker drive, running one-hander off the glass. And that should be a shot clock violation. Went off the glass, didn't touch the rim. And that's the last thing Soda wants to do is foul. Parker with the foul, her second. Wendell can cut this to 6 or with a 3-5. Bounce pass, high post to Bun. Upper right elbow. And ball taken away by Groning. We're going to get a jump. Alternate possession belongs to Soda. Bun just a little off balance and she got double teamed. It'll be Soda's ball with 1:38 to go in the ball game. Soda up by 8. Groning has a flat tire. Needs to take that down to Denny's. No, on 5 points. Timeout. Groning got her shoe back on. Matt's got a big smile on his face. Whether somebody stepped on her heel or she's just so quick she ran out of her shoe. 48-40. Again, one of my favorite games. And I don't know whether this is at Annapolis or at Army. But it'll be Army-Navy. I think Navy's actually had a pretty good season this year. In the last 10 years or so, Navy's kind of dominated that, but they've all been close games. Army, Navy, I always love their helmets. They change their helmets up every year. And the Black Knights and the Midshipmen. And then 42 bowl games starting Saturday. The Cricket Celebration Bowl in Atlanta. South Carolina State against Perry View A&M at 10 o'clock. Then it'll be Boise State versus Washington at SoFi Stadium. Then it'll Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, one every day. Nice job getting the ball to Parker. Oh, she walked. He was trying to decide whether to drive it in off the left side or bring it back out and work some clock, and she picked up that back foot. Soda turns it over, 1:30 to go. Nieves against Parker. Gets past Parker. Good job, Parker. They're going to get Parker leaning. Or Anna Davis. Yes, they're going to go against Parker. And that is the 4th foul. Next foul, either team, will be in the 2-shot bonus. Comes in to Bunn. Bunn outside to Borges, to Maddox, to Nieves. And Rosie Harris knocked the ball away, went off of Kempy's hand out of bounds with 1:14 to go. Timeout. Wendell. I haven't, I'll be honest with you, I haven't had too many trips. 1 or 2 maybe, but not as far as Wendell traveled. And it is awful to travel that far and not have a wind go back with you. It's a pretty quiet bus. I always thought bus was the best part of high school athletics. We used to get kind of rowdy. I don't know how rowdy they let them get nowadays. Things are so different. Some things not so tight. Other things, meh. There's rules. Like when I went to school, you could not wear denim. You had to have slacks. And the girls couldn't wear pants. They had to wear dresses. So that's really changed. Like the girls, they'd make them get on their knees, and if that dress didn't touch the floor, 3-point shot by Nieves, they'd send them home. Running, minute to go. Wow, big contact there. And Maddox holds both cheeks. That'll be her 2nd foul. 48-40, exactly, 60 seconds. Like we didn't call it denim back in those days. Running at the free throw line. Even if they were Wranglers, we called them Levi's. Groening hits the first one. Should get one more. Makes it a 9-point lead. One more. Shot up. Oh, soft touch. Anna Davis went up and hammered it off the floor. Couldn't control it. Nieves into the forecourt. 50 seconds. Goes over to Bunn. Harris on Bunn. Ooh, they dropped it into Maddox. And Maddox, that should be a 2-shot foul. And who'd they call that on? Parker. That's her 4th. And at the line will be Maddox. Shot up and rattles around, pops out. Sophie Maddox hit a 3-point shot. 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Second shot, and that one's right down the bottom of the well. And it's an 8-point lead, 43 seconds. Parker into the fourth quarter. Wendell's going to have to start the foul. Grunning on the weave to Harris, 30 seconds. Back to Grunning from Parker. You gotta make up your mind, Trojans. That, oh wow. That drives Wendell nuts. They thought that was against Soda, and it might have been. I think Soda's got the breaks tonight. That's okay. Once in a while, we deserve break. Eight-point lead, 49-41. I'm waiting for the timeout clock to run out. 23.6 seconds. Rosie Harris will inbound the ball right in front of Jeff Parker. Soda will line it up in a straight line for the inbounds pass. Wendell trying to get on both sides of them. They overload the inside so they don't break to the basket. Harris gets it into Parker. Wendell's got a foul. And Soda turns it over. Didn't want that. 18.9 seconds. 8-point lead for the Cards. Nieves to Bunn. Bunn. Cut off. Nice defense by Kempe. Timeout. Cody Sears with 7 seconds. 49-41. 48-41. I'll tell you who Soda is really missing down there. And I think it was an ACL, was Mumford. Boy, would she help this team. I think she's about 5'10". Lucy was 5'9" as a freshman. She's tough inside. Soda, they have a lot of pick and rolls, backdoor kind of stuff, but they don't really have that big man power game on the inside, and that would have been Mumford. That's like 3 years in a row. Soda has lost their post player. Last 2 years it was Walker. We certainly could have used Walker. And she had an ACL. In fact, one of them was during track. I think it was up in Boise, if I remember right. 7 seconds. Goes in the corner. Maddox, 3-point shot. Sears, 2 seconds. Nieves, 3-point shot, and that's the ball game. 49-41. Soda. I don't know why. I just hate that cheer. I believe that we have won, you think? 49-41. Soda. I got them for 5 points. But my book shows 7. How does that work? Let me add up the scoring for you. We'll see if we can get Matt up here. Good thing about Mumford, she's only a sophomore. So we've Jaden Parker, Mumford. We've got some good young kids, Tingy. We've got some really good young kids to go with 3, 4 seniors. Give me just a second. I'll add this up for you. And I'll be right back. think I got, Wendell. And if they're fouls, free throws. Pretty good free throw shooting team. Hit 10 of 14. Okay, got the Trojans. Still working. Hang with me. Okay, just about. Fouls dead even, 15 apiece. Want to remind you the girls will be at Decklove on Saturday to face the Hornets. And that's a tall Hornet team. Boys will be down in Montpelier tomorrow to face the Bears. For the Trojans, Audra Bunn, 14 points. She had 2 threes, both in the first quarter, 3 twos, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 9 points from Tyree Sears, mostly free throws. She had a 2 and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Brianna Egbert, I hope she's okay. They had to carry her off the floor. Just 2 points on the 2-point basket in the second quarter. Kel Nieves, 5 points, but what she did really doesn't show in the scorebook. She was so tough on defense and point guard bringing the ball down. 5 points. Peyton Lopez with a 3 and a 2 for 5. 2 points for Jenica Borges. 2-point basket in the fourth, and 4 points for Sophie Maddox. Hit a 3 and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The Trojans hit on 10 of 14 from the free throw line, committed 15 personal fouls. For the Cardinals, 2 points for Jaden Parker. Hit a bucket in the fourth quarter. 16 points for Courtney Browning. She had 3 threes and was 5 of 8 from the free throw line, and there is a 2. So 3 threes, a 2, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. 6 points for Rosie Harris. Hit a 3, a 2, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Maddie Kempe hit a bucket for 2. She is so tough on defense. She's a kind of Soda's version of, you don't see what she does in the scorebook. You have to look and see what she does on defense and rebounds. Anna Davis, tough night tonight. 18 points on 3 threes, 4 twos, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Get that right? Yeah. 5 points for Ellie Wood. She had all in the first half. She had a 2 and was, add that up right, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Got to re-add my fouls. And Hallie Osborne hit a 3 for 3 points. Soda hit on 7, 8, 9, 10 of 16 from the free throw line. So Soda shot 2 more free throws than Wendell. Both teams, uh, 15 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led by 5. It was 15-10. Second quarter, Soda outscored the Trojans by 8 as the Cards put up 17 and Wendell 9. And at halftime, it was 32-19 Soda. In the third quarter, Soda put up 12 points and Wendell put up 12 points. It was 44-31 at the end of 3. And I've got a bucket out of place here. About 5 points for Soda in the fourth quarter. Wendell 10 points as they chopped off a Soda lead. And the final score 49-41. Soda wins it. So let me just wait a second for Matt and see if he's going to come up. Good game by the Cards. Lady Cards will now go 3-6. And they now have wins over American Falls, Salem Hills, and now Wendell. Wendell is actually a conference game. And I think, like last year, we don't have a home and home with Wendell. Here comes Matt. So we travel out to Declo on Saturday. And Matt Groning joins us. You have to be pretty pleased. We kind of let him yo-yo back and forth a little bit, but we cut him off when we had to. Good outside shooting for the Cards. Audra Bunn, I thought tonight for Wendell. For a big person, played outside, had great footwork, I thought. But tell us how you defended Wendell. I think the first quarter kind of set the tone for how the night went.
Yeah, it did, and we knew Bunn. She's definitely their best player by far. Heck of a ball player, and you wouldn't know it that we talked about her before the game. She still put up 14 on us, but she's just that good and can do it. But defensively, honestly, I don't know that we played our best defensive game tonight, if I'm being honest. I feel like we've had a few other games where our rotations have been better than they were tonight. I thought we got a little sloppy, especially in the second half there. We didn't stay in our assignments and got a little out of control. And when we do that, it's when we get in trouble.
Offensively, it seems like we ran a few more pick and rolls and back doors tonight that worked really well.
Yeah, we've been working on some new offensive sets a little bit here and there, and we were able to run a few of them tonight. A few of them were nothing new. We actually just ran them right for once, and so they looked new because nobody had ever seen them, but we tried to run them before. They just didn't quite work out, but we're improving, and that's all we want to do right now is just get better every game.
Well, Wendell certainly wasn't a gimme. They were the cupcake. They were actually pretty tough tonight. In fact, I was really impressed with the Nieves kid. She was kind of our Kempe, where she was just so tough on defense, and you don't see what Kempe or that Nieves kid did in the scorebook, but certainly on the floor, they tore it up, both of them.
Yeah, they get to work on there and play well. I do want to say back to that offensive. The offensive set that we really had a ton of success on was the new one that Coach Parker put in. I got to mention him on that one. He's done a heck of a job for us with putting in a couple new sets, and we owe it to him for scoring off them tonight.
I'm sure Jeff will take credit for that. And he's quite an asset coming from the boys to the girls. And what I remember with the boys is he's really bright. I remember Coach Thomas called timeouts, and he'd go out and work the refs, and it was Jeff doing the X's and O's.
Yeah, I have all the confidence in the world. I don't need to show up to any of these games, and he would take care of it just fine. I knew I was getting a good steal when he came from the boys to the girls, and I couldn't be happier to have him and Coach BK this year.
The threes dropped pretty well tonight, and that really makes a difference with this team.
Always makes a difference when the ball's going in the basket. And like I say, that's confidence for us. We've been working. We shoot a ton in practice. We're just building that confidence with them, and the more they see that ball go in, the more confident they get.
Go to Declo on Saturday. That's a pretty good Hornet team. I remember they were really tall. The Rios kid was only a freshman last year, and she was 6'1". And I know they had a couple other kids that probably could dunk it. I don't know. But to make that travel like Wendell just did, and we got to do it on Saturday, what do you do to keep the energy up in a long ride like that?
Yeah, honestly, nothing. We won't do anything on the ride, but what we'll do is come in tomorrow, a little later on, do a shoot around, so we're not laying around all day tomorrow. We won't do a whole lot. We'll do a couple walkthroughs, talk about, how we want to play that game on Saturday, what defense we want to focus on, and what we want to do defensively, and mainly just stay focused on what the goal is. That's going to be a tough game for us with a one-game break and then going to Declo, and it's like you said, Declo's a good team too. So we got our work cut out for us. We can enjoy this one for tonight, but we got to get right back to work tomorrow and be ready for that one. That's another, district game. Doesn't get any bigger than that.
So you get two conference games right here quick, and if you could go 2-0, that would really set us up. Obviously, Malad, they are undefeated. That's kind of the way it went last year, and we fought our way to get to state. And so, how do you see the conference setting up? I don't know. Can we match up with Malad, or we just got to beat everybody else?
Well, you've always got a chance, or you wouldn't play the game. But until someone knocks them off, they're the champ. They won district last year and were real close to winning state last year too. They got a heck of a ball club down there. So yeah, obviously we got our work cut out for us with them, but I'm sure we're going to see them quite a few times this year too.
What's with the new pants? They're styling out there. Whose idea is that?
I'm going to give you one guess. We just talked about him for about 5 minutes. That Coach Parker's also outfits our team, so got to give him credit for them.
I was impressed with Parma the other night. I'm not sure these are tearaways, but Parma had tearaways, but the kids really look sharp in those red pants.
Yeah, took a little while for them to get here, but yeah, we look like a team now going places, so that's nice.
I think there's something to that when another team sees you take the floor. I remembered when I played football, they made us wax our helmets, and it was for two reasons. One, it really looked good, and then they couldn't hang on to you. They would slip off if they tried to tackle you by the helmet. But there's something to styling when you come out as a team. But I always make fun of the shoes. I call them technical fouls when they have bright pink or a blue one and a yellow one, something like that. But I think the kids look sharp and they play sharp.
I agree, and it showed tonight. I thought, first night wearing the new outfits, and they played a little sharper, so maybe you're onto something.
There you go. All right, good luck out in Declo, and be safe. Where did I got you right here. I've got neuropathy, and I can't even pick up paper. Let's see. Go to Declo, then we're at American Falls, and I'm sure they're looking for a rematch. With that one, that was a slobber knocker here. And then West Side, another conference game, and that'll be here. And then we'll have, is it Jenkins or Jensen, the Ryrie kid? She is so tough, and I know American Falls wishes that she didn't transfer, but Ryrie's happy to have her.
Yeah, they are. They got a good one there. But, yeah, we got to, it's meat of the season now. A lot of games coming up. So we got to just continue to get better, stay together as a team, stay positive, and I think good things will happen for us.
All right, keep them full of sugar, and that'll keep their energy up.
They do a pretty good job on their own. So.
All right, thanks, Matt, and good luck out in Declo. and won't be until Wednesday next week that we'll get another home game, but you got 3 out of 4 on the road.
Yep, time to hit the road for us, but we're looking forward to it. Fun time of year. We're glad to have you back too, Blade.
Just one quick one. I thought the JV played really well tonight.
I thought they did fantastic. That's it's fun to see those younger freshmen step, as their game improves a little bit and they start to realize that maybe they're a little better than what they think they are. So that's always fun to see them get a good win.
What is the status of Mumford and who was it? Egbert. They had to carry her off the floor tonight.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I hope she's okay, but I never did hear final word. You just hope for the best. You never want to see. We've been through enough of it here that we know. You don't wish that on anybody for sure. And I highly doubt you'll see Hazley this year. We want her to get 100% better. She'd love to be back here and part of this, and she is still part. She's a huge part of this team still. But as far as seeing her on the floor, I don't have real high expectations for that.
All right, have a good trip. You just before Burley, you turn left. Shell Station. They make great hamburgers there, by the way. And then over the tracks, and then you're right there. You probably don't need directions, but that's how you get to Declo.
I wouldn't know. When the bus stops and opens the door, I get off. That's all that matters. So.
Well, take a blanket and you can sleep all the way.
That's what I do. So,
all right, thanks, Matt. All right, that's going to do it here. Final score, once again, is 49-41, an 8-point win for the Cardinals. And they'll be on the road and be at Declo on Saturday. Just a reminder, the boys, once again, will be in Montpelier to face the Bears. That's going to do it here. Glade Bullock for Owen Miller. Good night, everyone.